It goes back to, like I said, what I found most valuable about going to film school is a bulk of the work is from the small group of us that still decided to do filmmaking after school. And so from there, I would say we try to help each other as much as we can, with projects. And then, naturally from there, then we all independently kind of started making our own contacts. But, the more contacts each of us individually make, we keep throwing it back to each other. So I would say there's a lot of value in working with the peers that you went to film school with and kind of came up with. Besides that, quite honestly, it's more rare, but I do once in a while catch a few clients just through all the job boards online for filmmakers and such. I'm sure you're familiar with Manny.com, entertainmentcareers.net. Behance is turning out to be a really cool spot, and LinkedIn as well for gigs. Again, the goal has always been and still is, I would love to write and direct my own stuff. That's harder to do because, as you guys know, like, projects take money and time and a lot of resources. So it's few and far between where I can do my own passion projects, but I definitely always have to keep that as a goal. So, whatever work I do, I always have to kind of save a little on the side to put away for another side project of mine. And also spend just as much time networking and trying to meet, to blatantly put it, try to meet rich people, which there luckily are a lot of in LA, and try to meet the right rich people that's willing to invest in these side projects, really for not much gain for them, but just because they can afford it. So it's few and far between, but the problem is because it takes so much to finally be able to fund and get the resources to do a pet project. And as you know, you get a tendency to become too precious with the few projects that come your way, where it allows you to just do what you want. So that's what I'm battling now with, is trying to wrap up the latest short film, because it's a rarity to be able to do what you want. So you want to make sure everything about it is perfect. And especially someone like me that, for better or for worse, have trained myself to do everything with the short film that I'm doing now. Like, I wrote, directed, and I'm editing now, everything. So then you become like incestuous with yourself in the process, and that's proving to be driving me crazy. I mean, in hindsight, I wish I maybe delegated it. So, hey, can you write this, and delegate someone to edit it, and I could have just focused on just directing. But for better or for worse, again, because of resources, I thought I had to do it all, but now that's proving to be detrimental to this particular project, because I just can't let go of anything.